The year was 2023, and Prince William, Prince of Wales, had been summoned to Kensington Palace, supposedly to sort through some old storage room stuff that had been gathering dust for decades. Rumor had it there were some items of great importance or sentimental value to be found there. Now, this old storage room held secrets no one had touched in decades. The air smelled faintly of aged paper and forgotten memories. For Prince William, it was like stepping into a time capsule. Suitcases lay stacked, each one a silent sentinel guarding moments from a bygone era. William, now a man shaped by responsibility and duty, had not expected to find himself there. But fate has a way of guiding us where we need to go. As he sifted through boxes marked with dates from the 1990s, his hand brushed against a small leather-bound book. Its cover was cracked but still elegant. Without thinking, William's fingers traced the embossed lettering. The delicate handwriting was unmistakable. Diana Spencer. For a moment, the future king could not breathe. His mother, his light, his anchor was gone, taken from him far too soon. Yet here, hidden in the shadows, was her voice, preserved in ink. His hands trembled as he opened the diary. The first page was dated only weeks before her tragic death. With shaking hands, William began to read his mother's words, private, unfiltered, filled with both vulnerability and love. "My boys are my world," Diana had written. "No matter what happens, I want William and Harry to grow up knowing they were deeply, truly loved. The crown, the palace, the titles, they mean nothing compared to a mother's love." William pressed the diary to his chest. For so long he had carried the weight of her absence, the heaviness of unanswered questions, and the pain of seeing her name constantly in the media, but rarely in the quiet spaces of his heart. This diary was not the world's Diana, the glamorous princess adored by millions. This was his mom. As he continued to read, he uncovered passages where she spoke of her fears about her safety, about her strained marriage, about the future of her sons. And amidst the sorrow, there was hope. She dreamed of seeing William become the kind of king who led with compassion, and Harry the kind of man who followed his heart. William wept. The strong, composed prince who rarely showed the world his emotions now sat on the cold palace floor, undone by a mother's words. For years he had been told to remain stoic, to wear a mask of duty. But here, in this sacred moment, he was simply a son longing for his mother. The diary revealed something else: Diana's plans. She had written of taking her boys away from the constant glare of the palace, giving them as normal a childhood as possible. She longed to shield them from the very machine that would later shape their lives. William realized then that much of who he was, the father who bent down to speak eye to eye with his children, the husband who prioritized love over protocol, was the result of her unfulfilled dreams. Clutching the diary, William made a silent vow. He would not let his mother's words fade into dust. He would raise George, Charlotte, and Louis in the spirit of Diana's love, grounded, compassionate, human. The monarchy might demand formality, but his mother's legacy demanded something far greater: kindness. That evening, William sat with Kate and read aloud some of the diary entries. Kate held his hand as tears streamed down both their faces. The children, too young to fully understand, watched quietly as their father's voice cracked with emotion. He told them, "This is from Grandma Diana. She wrote these words for us, even before you were born." In that moment, Diana's presence filled the room. She was not entirely. She lived in the pages of that diary, in the choices William made as a father, and in the love he passed on to his children. The discovery of the lost diary was more than a reunion with his mother's voice. It was a reminder that love never truly dies. It lingers in memories, in lessons, and in the unshakable bond between a mother and her children. As William closed the diary that night, he whispered through tears, "I promise, ma'am, I'll carry your light forward. Always." And with that vow, the boy who lost his mother long ago became the man who would keep her spirit alive. Not just for himself, but for the generations to come. The end.